Top tips. The first tip of 5 is all about your personal brand, your cover photograph, your banner on LinkedIn. So if I show you the Joker, you're going to basically have instant values in terms of what he means to you. Is that the disruption? Is that the chaos? Is that the fantastic makeup and the natty dress sense? You know, you have an impression. That's the first thing that people see. And it's the same with your LinkedIn profile. So if I showed you our Prime Minister, back in Lawrence Wong, he's showing a very untypical scene of 5 kids in a playground. Now, this is obviously completely wrong because those 5 kids are putting on a mobile phone somewhere indoors in air conditioning. But you get the point of what he's trying to do here. And the same with our president, who decided to have some kind of walk in the wildlife. So this is about his personal brand values. It's about what he does. You can now have 5 banners on Premium as well. So you can really make it work for you. So, for example, I have my company branding on there. I also have the fact that I'm LinkedIn's most recommended marketing service, and also the fact that I am the only CEO with a mohawk, and also most recommended coaching service, and indeed keynote speaker. So you can really make it work for you. You can use the banners creatively to market 5 different aspects of your brand. So, for example, you can wish people a happy National Day. So for Singapore, it's Majula Singapura. Or you can basically why people should use your services. Or even basically convey your brand passions. Unfortunately, I'm a Newcastle fan and we lost last night. I was up at 2 a.m. watching us lose spectacularly, as we do. But also, obviously, Metallica fans. This is all part of your personal brand, which you can use on LinkedIn to tell people simply what you do. You can also do other things, but don't do things like this. Because as much as Maxwell would love to be George Clooney, he's not. So he's not allowed to use his photograph. You have to be authentic on LinkedIn. Look at Junhan here. He basically got very drunk last night, dressed as a panda, and then basically decided to take a picture of it. And someone said, put this on LinkedIn. That's not a very good idea, Junhan. Which one's Melita? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Don't know. Use 1 photograph on LinkedIn, not 3. And don't do things like wishing people Merry Christmas when it's not December. It's not really a very good look. Don't use couples. Don't do wedding pictures. You can't even see that on the mobile. And unless your business is, of course, a family business, like Sean, you, of course, can do that. Or if it's like Randy, I kid you not, that's a fantastic name for basically a men's relationship rescue service. He helps separated husbands reconnect with their wives, even if she says they're done. That's a very specific promise he's offering there. Now, you want to decide on 1 photograph, not 6, because you can't see any of them on LinkedIn, and you can't see it on the mobile. You also can't be saying about winning awards back in 2014 and 2015. It's like going to a Michelin star restaurant that won something 10 years ago and hasn't won anything since because the chef left. You don't really want to be promoting that. This guy wins the prize with the most pictures of himself on a banner. And they're not even different pictures. They're based the same picture. At least this guy tried to basically put different pictures on the same banner. But don't do this. Elizabeth here went for the full Tinder look. Not really a great idea for LinkedIn, especially when you're the human resources manager in charge of things like, sexual harassment and that kind of thing for a small company called the Hyatt Hotel Group. Not a great idea. Also, don't do this for obvious reasons. Don't be invisible. Not a great idea. Don't put newspapers on your banner because newspapers... Don't do things like dogs. Dogs don't really work on LinkedIn either. And make sure everyone can see your photograph. A lot of people do this. A lot of people actually have this, but because they're a second connection, I don't see it. And they've only got it clicked before the first connections. So you want to make sure you can see it. Also, once you've uploaded your banner, make sure every person can see it. Not like this. Because headless people don't really work very well on LinkedIn. You don't think that Philly would have just had a look at this and going, there's something wrong with this banner. But apparently it's catching on. I mean, like 2 people here, both headless. This guy's on the Titanic, he's going down somewhere. This guy basically, so you've got to watch when you're putting words on the banners as well, because the banners and the words, your photograph takes over that part. So you can end up like this. Content marketing is like the first date. If you out yourself, there won't be a second one. Just think about that for a second. Or things like this, the future of IRC is now. 1 look at the banner and you can see what's wrong here. It's unprofessional. Don't wait for opportunity, whatever that means. It looks different on the mobile as well. So if your photo doubles in size and moves to the right-hand side on the mobile, otherwise this can happen. So Doosan here, fantastic, looks really good on the mobile, on the laptop, but on the mobile, it looks like this. So then it looks very unprofessional, and that's why 80% of people are actually looking at this. So check it and don't do things like this. We are the 1% oinus, or Ink, Create, Deliver, or Und Films. And this guy even said to me, I have someone managing my LinkedIn profile. And I said, sack him immediately, because as you can see, the photograph takes over the branding, which looks really unprofessional. Now, if you're a keynote speaker, don't do this. Do this instead. We liked busy rooms, packed rooms, not empty ones, because that just means he's not a very good keynote speaker, and the one person is leaving. It's not a great idea. Never, ever do this. So unless you work at a tourism board, don't do this. Now, we got many clients in Switzerland, and people in Switzerland are obsessed by their mountains, but they're not selling mountains. They're normally selling financial services. So this is all basically about where they live, not actually about their personal brand or their company. But in Singapore, we also have a mountain. It's called Marina Bay Sands. So Singapore Tourism Board and Marina Bay Sands thank all these people very much for marketing their casino. Sorry,